Hello and welcome to this basic Cuphead tutorial trick series. All of the tricks we're going to learn build from 6 components. The first 2 are related. I called it the multiplex split. So the ball starts in the cup and the first split looks like this and the second split looks like this. And the next 2 building blocks, it's really simple. There's the catch into the cup and the throw from the cup. And finally the last 2 is a placement into the cup and a takeout from the cup. So all the tricks we're going to do can be built using these 6 basic tricks. If we look at the 2 most used ones, we start with this split here. And I call this the inside multiplex. So if I divide my body in half, if there's a line, an imaginary line down the middle of my body, and the club and the ball is in this hand, I'm throwing it in towards my body, in towards that center line. So I call it an inside split. And the other type of split is an outside split. So I'm throwing the club away from that center line of my body, towards the outside of my body. And in both splits, you first want to start to practice by having the ball and the club land at the same time in both hands. So it's a synchronous catch. So on the outside split, the club and the ball land exactly the same time, and on the inside split you can practice the same thing. Of course, you can start to notice the variations of height if you want. You can try to catch the ball early, for example, or the club early on either split, whichever one you want to try. And then finally you can start to learn the rhythm of that throw. Both objects leave the hand at the same time, and ideally they land in both hands at the same time as well. When you do either split, it really helps to give a little bit of a push to the ball. So you'll notice that when I do the throw, both objects are being thrown at the same time. It's not first a throw of the ball and then a throw of the club. And in order to do that, I go down a little bit and then push up as I release. So you'll notice if I try to do the split without going down first and no upward movement before the throw, you can kind of push the club to the side and get that throw done. But it's not going to help you later on when we need more time in the air when we do juggling with more objects. So what I recommend to do is, if you're holding the club and your forearm here is parallel to the floor, go ahead and raise that up a little bit. And when you raise it up, then you have room to first go down and come back up for the throw. And I really feel the weight of the ball when I lower my arm and when I start to push up for the throw. I feel that I'm pushing the ball through the cup head. So I come down and I push them both up and loft them both a little bit. And same thing on the outside split. And the last thing you'll notice, I suggest you start with this, is that instead of holding the cup head by the handle, go ahead and move your hand up the body of the club so you're holding it more towards the cup itself. And that's just going to make it easier to start off with these multiplexes. Later on, there'll be an advantage to have your hand back down here on the handle. But for now, for these most beginner tricks, move your hand up towards the cup. Start up a little bit so you're not parallel to the floor, maybe a 45-degree angle of your forearm. Go down and come back up and catch at the same time.